What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So not doing Honda stuff again in this episode. We're gonna do a little bit of Jeep stuff, but we're changing a bumper on this here Jeep, and I'm gonna go ahead and fix this up for this guy because he got a quote of a bunch of money, to do this from a body shop. They quoted him $1,000 or more, so I said I'll definitely knock it out for cheaper than that. So we got a nice used taillight for him. We got a wheel liner, I'm not sure if that's used or not, and I got a pre-painted bumper, which I'll show you guys. And it's unfortunate that he decided to do this. I know it was rusting a little bit, but I would have used something that was a little bit redder, I guess, but that's fine. Hopefully we can maybe buff a little bit of that or sand it or do something to that once it's all said and done. But I got a new bumper, so it looks like this is mainly salvageable. I should be able to fix this, and then I'll be able to change out the taillight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna pull what's left of the wheel liner out and do all those sorts of things. It's pretty cold, so I'm gonna try to work quick and be efficient before it gets dark. Might end up having to pull this thing in the garage to get this thing done tonight because I would like to finish it tonight. If you guys ever have this issue where you can't seem to have the roof, have your liftgate hold itself up, good fix for that is a pair of vice grips. And if you just come on over here and you can clamp it right down on there, so I'll try to show you guys. So I just got it clamped on there like that, and now this truck can't compress, and I'm not going to get killed with this thing. So yeah, now we can get in here. I'm going to bust these two screws out. Look like Torx, pretty big, maybe a 30 or something like that. So I'm going to take those out and see if this taillight pops out. I can look at the other taillight to make sure that I know how the taillight fits in there. So I got the taillight out. All you got to do is take out those two Torx right there, and the size for that was a 25, so it's a T25. Pop both of those off, and then it just pulls out in this direction. And then I took out these two guys, which are a T15 Torx, and now I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's something like 4 or 6 of the same style clips underneath. And then I'm going to have to go ahead and undo this side right here. Looks like we got I don't know if these are just snap clips or something. I'll let you know how I end up getting them off, but the other side's already torn off, so I don't have to worry about it. But there's going to be another bumper clip maybe. Actually, that might be the only thing that holds the bumper on, so we'll have to see what we run into. But yeah, I think that's about it, so I'll let you guys know what I run into. Alright guys, so it got dark on me, but I bundled up and I'm in it for the long haul, so got this thing fully taken apart. On this side it was just ended up being a couple of these guys that I had to pull out on, just pull outwards pretty hard. It would suck if the bumper I was going to be reusing, because it was a real pain to pull this bumper off, but they're pretty pliable. It's not too big of a deal, but these two guys here definitely held it on, so I'm going to go ahead and use those guys to hold it on again, and then we'll screw it here. I'll fix the plastic piece, and I'm going to go ahead and I can put the liner in the other side before I go ahead and refit the other bumper, but I'll show you guys what I have going on in the garage. I'm swapping over the parts. This right here is your crash bar. This guy's luckily mostly intact. I think that yeah, it is fully intact actually, so we're going to leave that and make sure the bumper stays nice and tight and provides a little bit of rigidity for it, so we'll leave that on there, and then hopefully everything should tighten around our clips and our bumper, even though it was all bent out of shape. Hopefully it turns out good. I will show you guys. Oh yeah, not even cracked, that's nice. Anyway, I'll show you guys the bumper. Excuse the mess. We got doors taking off, we got doors coming off. Big things happening with the Honda here, but we'll get to that later. We got windows out, crazy stuff. But here's the old bumper. Totally bit right off on that side. This side is still there, so we got this piece right here. I definitely broke this, but no biggie. We'll make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off with these two Phillips that are on top here. we'll put this on the other bumper. I'm not going to have one on that side though, you know, because it's missing. I don't have that piece of the bumper, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to make this thing fit. So we'll see what we run into. Maybe we got to use, you know, a couple of J-clips or something like that to screw it together. But I want to make it right for him, so we'll figure something out. So right here I have the plastic tread piece that goes on the rear of the bumper. So I already took it off of the other one. It's all these little squeeze clips here that I squeeze with a pair of pliers, and they just, you pull them through as you squeeze and they come right out. Very simple. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put this guy on this new bumper, and then we're ready to try to slap this bumper on. Okay, so I just put the bumper on, and I don't know how I feel about the color. I can see that it looks just as bad on camera as it does in person. It looks really not the right color. I'm not really sure why. I don't know why it looks so crimson. I'm not really sure. I guess right here it doesn't look so bad when the light's kind of in your eyes, but I'm not really sure why it looks like that. The front bumper, I don't think that, I don't know, the front bumper, I guess, maybe is a little bit, I don't know, it's hard to tell. Yeah, it doesn't really look, it's not the same, but, yeah, hopefully he's okay with it. I guess this is kind of the route that you would go if you're not really into doing something like spraying it yourself and matching the color, because this color is not that good, unfortunately. Kind of bummed out about that. I thought that it would be better. I guess reds are harder to match than some other colors, but yeah, that's like, I don't know. In the right light and the right angle, it doesn't look that bad, but in person it definitely looks pretty far off. They definitely mixed the paint wrong or something like that, but I don't know. Hopefully he's going to be okay with it, so I'm going to go ahead and fully fit the bumper, and we'll have him look at it. We'll see what he thinks. It does look pretty different. Maybe this car is just super faded. I don't know. I don't think it doesn't really match on the inside of the door jambs either, so I think it's just kind of the wrong color, but oh well. So that is it right there, guys. I ended up taking a self-tapper, and I ended up coming up through the bottom here, and I rammed it right into the bottom, and that way this guy's held on nice and tight. This isn't going anywhere, so I feel really confident about that. And I did end up taking some touch-up paint. I used some lacquer thinner to take off the black paint that he used, just to make sure that it didn't rust, but it looked pretty bad with all the black spray paint, so I used some lacquer thinner to clean it off, and then I went over it with some red touch-up paint that I had. It's not the same color, but it looks pretty good. Like, it's not too bad, so I don't know. All in all, I think it looks pretty good. It was really smashed. You guys, I'm sure, saw what it looked like before, but it looks way better. It's not the best color match, but you know what? It's not a smash bumper, and it doesn't really look that bad. We'll have to see what it looks like in the daytime, but I'm sure he's going to come pick this thing up tomorrow. It's pretty late tonight. I'm glad I got it done, though, for him, so hopefully good to go. Hopefully he likes it. But, yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys like the finished product, and hopefully it looks good in your opinion. Even though it's the wrong color, it still doesn't look smashed. So that's hopefully what matters to him. That's what he said mattered anyway. If you're doing it on a budget and you want it quick and cheap and don't want to have to buy all the paint and all that crap, sometimes they'll match it a little bit better than this. Depends on the color, but overall it's a pretty good job, and the paint job on it is not too bad. So yeah, if you want to do this on the cheap, this is a great way to do it. But I'm gonna go inside and warm up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. So I made this clip here just to show that the vehicle actually looked a lot better than I thought that it would, and it ended up being way nicer looking during the day under natural light than from the spotlight at nighttime. The spotlight was shining from the bottom up, and I think that it was casting some shadows, so during the daytime it honestly looked really great, and the guy that I did it for was super happy. Him and his dad were pumped. So it just goes to show that, you can do this job for cheap and by yourself and not have to pay anything and have it come out really nice. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you learned something, and thanks for watching.